Do you ever remember the boring assignments back in school? Well, in this project, we make creative, engaging alternatives. Today's assignment. Pick one person from history, create a detailed presentation describing a hypothetical alternate history and how that history diverges from our own if your chosen person either lives longer or died younger.
Okay, anybody want to take any guesses? Who's this dude? No, you guys probably have no guesses at all.
The long-lost brother of James Earl
I'm
Jones.
going to look it up right now to find out, and then I'm going to predict the entire presentation.
James Earl Rey died today. So, my name is Austin Pipkins. Here's my family. Here's my... Okay, we're going to skip that part. I want to put an end to racism. MLK can't die. I will kill his killer before he takes our biggest civil rights leader of all time. No! He's gonna get shot. Hey, Ryuk, you should kill James Earl Rey. He's gonna kill MLK Jr. That's the time traveler right there in the picture if you didn't notice. And then he's like, what? How can you see me? No time, just do it. And so Ryuk writes his name, and he conveniently has a picture from the Wikipedia. James Earl Rey will fall from a window to his death before MLK is shot. Dun dun dun. So, on April 4th, 1968, MLK Jr. is leaving his hotel room when suddenly, no, Ryuk! This is the end of an era. How can you be so calm? Don't you realize that with his passing, the war on drugs will be inevitably destroy the black community? And then Ryuk says, Patrick, I love Martin. I can't let him die here. I have a plan to save his life. Just watch. No one is getting shot tonight. And then... Wait a second, what? And then here's Ryuk absolutely tweaking. He only has 8 seconds left. His plan's not gonna work. What the heck? Stupid fucking Ryuk, you just thought that James was the guy who's gonna kill Martin. The FBI framed him. Just look at the Wikipedia page, says so. The Wikipedia page is gonna be on the next slide. And despite this fact, the U.S. National Archives still displays his name as the killer. Oh my gosh, despite the fact that the King family sued and won a case proving his innocence and the existence of a conspiracy. So this fella right here got his information from the usarchives.org, which is propagating propaganda that we already know is false. Here's a Wikipedia page. You can see he is a victim of conspiracy, and he was framed. Bada bing. Dumb fucking Ryuk and Patrick Star, I, FBI man, am gonna blow his head off in 8 seconds. Boom. No! No, Martin Luther King Jr. Everybody's crying, and then this is Earl Grey falling, because his name is in the Death Note. Ooh-wee. But anyway, Ryuk had to act fast, and so he saved Martin Luther King Jr. by putting his name in the Death Note himself. Martin Luther King Jr. is shot, but lives, and then he dies of old age. Yay, the good thinking Ryuk. He lived. That's her man. That's her man. Alright, what if Martin Luther King Jr. lived longer?
Wait. This is two submissions. Oh, this is the following.
No. This is the real project. He just happened to pass, and then telling of this story.
Okay.
So hello, my name's Austin Pipkins. Here's my family, my favorite animal, my favorite food. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Nixon, why didn't that black guy die? And Shadow Hedgehog says, we don't know how Martin survived. The bullet went clean straight through his head. Yeah, we saw that in one of the previous ones. We need to do something about him fast. I plan on destroying the black community for generations by targeting their favorite substances with my drug comprehensive drug abuse prevention and control act of 1970. Ooh, how would that work? Asked Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, if you look at these drugs, these are the black people drugs. Then these are the drugs that make you hate war in Vietnam. So we're going to take their drugs and we're going to send them to the anal rape chamber for decades. Can you see my mouse, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Boom! Martin, you should take a look at this one. Uh-oh. A top news line on CNN. Beloved racist President Nixon set to talk about new bill putting them in jail where they belong. Dun dun dun. Haha, I just told them to come back. LMAO, we will do this shit again. And so he gathers all of his loyal followers to Washington, D.C. to protest this stupid bill that's going to hurt all the black people. Drats, MLK did it again. Congress didn't vote for my racist bill. Sad mark, sad mark. 2024 is utopia. We have this heavenly, beautiful nature. And we see unmarried births by race. This just means like single motherhood rate. And we see that right around the time that MLK was supposed to get shot, it goes back down. And so
my
black
goodness.
people are just as promiscuous as white people. Yeah. And racism is over. Any questions?
You have my applause.
Yes.
So I have a question about this.
Yes.
How does this address Asian hate?
So Asians, we see that Asian hate kind of went down after World War II, just because as a race, like they tend to have their shit together. Like they don't like do anything bad. They don't do drugs. They don't do crime. Like even if we wanted to be racist against them, we couldn't really figure out a way to be racist against them except explicitly. But black people use drugs, so that's how Nixon wanted to kind of fuck with them. But Yeah, Asian hate. If Asian hate got worse under the society, I mentioned Martin Luther King Jr. Since he speaks for all the races, not just for the blacks, he would probably step up, be a team player.
Okay, follow-up question. Post 9/11, how does this address Arab targeting?
Oh yes. So naturally, Nixon, he can't do fucking shit as president because his bill didn't pass. So that means that the hippies were able to stop the Vietnam War. That means that from that point on, the hippie movement was so prominent that they opposed all conflict. So the idea of there being perpetual war in the Middle East, it just died down, and so Taliban didn't have to do 9/11 to get their point across. There was world peace. That's why the picture in 2024 was a picture of that utopian garden, because no more wars.
Okay, third follow-up question. How does this... Oh, no, I'm done. I was going to say, in the current Trump era, Latin American discrimination. But
what Latin American discrimination?
You don't have to answer
Latin Americans love Trump.
You don't have to answer that.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. So really, Central and South America are fucked up because the war on drugs makes it so that people are willing to kill to get drugs into the United States. So because there's no longer any blood money going across the border, then gangs aren't being funded by the U.S. drug money, and so naturally there are no drugs, no drug wars, no cartels. So actually, people actually like just living in their country of origin, and so immigration crisis, not a big deal. No need for the Trump racism. So I can go back. Maybe it wasn't as pertinent as I wanted it to be, but with that's actually utopian. Like that garden that I have in that's what the entire world looks like. Everywhere looks like that.
Really?
There's peace everywhere.
The Sahara looks like that?
Even
incredible.
So Antarctica,
the Pacific Ocean.
Point Nemo looks
the
like
Pacific Ocean looks like that now.
Yeah, underwater they would have underwater sea domes for the fish.
Everywhere, every single point in space.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're looking down, you see a whole bunch of dots, like pixels arranged. Yeah, so yeah, it's looking pretty good in 2024. It's all because Martin Luther King Jr. survived. I basically did 2 people, so maybe I should get double points.
I don't give out extra credit.
That's how it works. If I pick every single multiple choice answer, then I should get 4 times.
I don't give out extra credit.
I think that would be negative 3 points, Dylan.
It would be, but I was extending the joke. Brian, what's the score?
Okay.
I'm figuring that out right now.
Okay.
Also,
you gotta give it to me, Brian. I built Utopia.
That's true. You did build a utopia.
And I only had to kill one person and make another one live longer. And it required time travel, unfortunately.
Also, I want to know...
Hold on, but you didn't even have to kill the one person.
No, well, it was a misconception with the time traveler. So, he got Ryuk in the right spot, at the right time to save him with the Death Note.
Yeah, but you didn't need to kill him.
But it was an accident. It was a misconception that he was framed. So there was some squabbling to get him saved in the last second.
Final score. Easy 99 out of 100. The time traveler should have been more prepared.
And, well, the time traveler was totally prepared. It's just he was fed propaganda.
No, he should have double checked. He should have checked other sources.
National Arts.
He should have checked other sources.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's fair.
Thanks for watching. Go ahead and give us ideas on what we should do next.